Good morning, everyone. You're welcome to today's event. For me, it's a history-making event. This event was conceived because, like every young woman in Nigeria, I was almost beginning to feel lost. Watching in terror and horror the abduction of the young girls gave me cause for worry. Though any of those girls could have been me, but I didn't worry so much about myself. What worried me more was any of those girls could have been my child. So I worried more from a mother's point of view. And I'll tell you, for a few nights, I didn't sleep well. I'm in Lagos, but for every time I slept, I thought I would hear a bomb blast. So, in going out, reaching out to my friends are all kinds of people, those who are way, way older than I am, much younger than I am, and of course, those in my age group. We started talking. We started asking questions. And when I spoke with my husband, I said, Jide, you know what? I would really like to find some people who would answer these questions for me. Same way I know that every heart and every mind is aching for answers. So please, it is an honor for me to welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, our dear chairman, our speakers. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you to this ROWEAD initiative. The media, I've always been part of the media, and they have never let me down. I want to say a big thank you for your support and for being here today. Africa is regarded as the motherland, and true to it, the women have in no small measures been actively lighting up what the Western world call the dark continent. Even the abduction of the poor innocent young girls at the Chibok Secondary School, Borno State, northeast of Nigeria, has cast a darkness over our nation. But in the face of this tragedy, women are determined to keep lighting up every corner of our nation through their determined efforts to put pressure, to speak out, to allow in our consciousness that some girls are missing and they need to be found. I also salute the men who have marched the streets with these women, side by side, hand in hand, their voice in the cry to bring back our girls even louder. Interestingly, men and women all over the world have united in a position to call out to everyone, to every government, to say it is time to help and find these girls. We condemn in strong terms this wicked act by these terrorists. As we continue to wait in prayers for the girls' safe return, it is imperative that for good governance to take place, women ought to participate fully in the democratization process. They need not just to be consulted, but should take an active role in the decision-making process at all levels and in all sectors. We should jointly ensure that women are on committees as active participants at the local, state, and federal levels. Let us now begin to ask, how best to collaboratively build a safe nation and continent as equal partners and beneficiaries of democracy? In spite of all the achievements, ladies and gentlemen, we still continue to register little progress in political arena. We are not lacking in intellectual, neither are we lacking in the financial sector. But yet, we seem to be represented in little ways that add up in government. Should we say that this is due to our traditional and cultural factors? I am aware that our laws and constitution guarantee equal participation in politics, but due to family and other constraints, women are unable to present themselves as candidates for political offices. They also do not want to be seen by community as trying to usurp completely a male role and domain. Women themselves are sometimes skeptical and not supportive of female candidates. So the question here is, do we play the woman thing card and decide to stay at the background? So I ask these questions. Is it for the lack of knowledgeable women? Is it that women are too intimidated to step forward? Could it be that women lack the financial stability to pull funds together and sponsor candidates into elective positions who can help formulate policies that will work for them? Or are women too busy playing a stereotypical role of being seen and not heard, bogged down with the task of keeping the home front intact, not supporting their own kind for the fear of being in the shadows of a fellow woman? What really is the problem? And I thought to myself, if this, and truly this is true, then it's time for us to talk again. We have been talking and will not stop talking. It was for this that the ROWEAD initiative was conceived, to arouse a consciousness that will re-educate the emerging woman and position her to begin to look beyond her immediate challenges and aspire to do more for herself and her kind, but also to emphasize the need for women to create opportunities where they can grow, help position themselves in our emerging democracies. As we listen to each of our distinguished speakers, women who in no small measure have walked through tough pathways in building careers, especially reserved for man by societal assumptions. They have put in years of hard work to attain the heights of success that has placed them as authorities in their respective endeavors. I have no doubt in my mind that my question, your questions, would be answered. Dear speaker, I salute you. Thank you all for coming. But before I leave you, I also want to appeal to the consciousness of our elite women who have it all, who are educated, who are financially balanced, who are sound in mind and in opinion, to please not leave the young ones behind, to have mentees, to have people they would mentor. Because if for everyone I have spoken to, including my kind, women themselves, to come to the conclusion that our problem is we don't support or encourage or develop one another. Let ROWEAD be a platform to change that notion. I want to once again welcome you all to this conference, and I pray that God will see us back safely to where we're coming from. I want to thank especially my husband, who's helped me in no small measure to put this together, Mr. Lexodi. You know, I keep wondering, probably it should have been the wife and I'm the husband. But I want to thank God in a special way because he keeps pushing and saying that, you know what, it's time I also lend a voice to your dream and your vision. Thank you.